Yo, what up, YouTube? This your boy Rubber Band Trades. I'm back again with another trade recap for today, March 12th, 2026. All right, so let's get to it, man. So coming into today, I was leaning bearish due to the daily candle was already printing bearish by the time New York session was about to open. So coming into today, I noticed that one, London's high was already taken during pre-market. London's low was open. Asia's low was also open. However, we went and took London's low off the open, leaving Asia still there. So I knew if we got a potential short idea, I could go target Asia's low. Also, on the 15-minute time frame, I had my standard deviation tool projection, and it was projecting that a potential 2.5 move would be that Asia low. So that was a good low for me to target. However, I did just need to see a little bit more out of price action to feel more confident that we were ready to go take that low. So you can see here that price rebalanced to a bullish 5-minute gap, took London low, then rebalanced up to a bearish 5-minute gap near VWAP, and this is kind of where price was, giving us a little chop around. As you can see right there, I drew what my ideal path to take that short will look like. That would have required us to go back, retest previous day low. That also would have been the zero point 0.5 level of my standard deviation projection, which again, that is OTE. So any potential, trade setup out of OTE, I'm normally taking. But again, just in this range bound market, and it's been tough trading conditions. I just, what I'm saying, I wanted to see a little bit more out of this setup. So as you can see here, price is kind of hanging out around this bearish 5-minute gap and VWAP. We getting bulls and bears kind of coming into the market right here, kind of pushing price around. So I'm really not seeing anything that's making me want to get into this trade just yet. So that's why we're kind of just staying patient, watching the chart, and I'm logging in my journal what I'm seeing, and yeah, man, I'm just waiting. All right, so price is making a little push down here, um, pushing down from VWAP, looking like we're about to go back to near London low. So I switched to the 1 minute, and again, price is just kind of lollygagging, is not really making a definitive move. So that's why we're just still staying patient throughout this time, just making sure we recognize what's going on in the chart before we take a trade. So boom, the 5 minute opens and it starts making a push lower through London low to the midnight open. So right here, I'm kind of thinking like, all right, this trade idea is finna play out without me. We're already kind of making that move to Asia's low, getting strong displacement through Asia low right there, and that one standard deviation. So that one standard deviation, that is a level that I like to form reversals or continuations off of. So um, in your normal trading day, price likes to trade within the one standard deviation. Anytime you get a displacement or outlier move outside of that, then we could possibly go hit lower standard deviation levels like the 1.5 or the 2 to the 2.5 standard deviation. So right here we hit that one standard deviation. Now we're rebalancing back above midnight open. So you can see the tape is kind of back and forth, man. This is why I just, I stayed patient throughout this trading day, just kind of, trying to see where price wants to take us. Even though, again, we already took my main target on the day, I also had that outlier move planned out, which was the 1.5 standard deviation, which was also Monday's PM session low. And that was at 24,578. Again, that's Monday's PM session low, and that was the potential outlier move target that I had mapped out. All right, so right here you got a 3 minute, a 3 minute little order block forming right here where price is making a strong displacement below Asia's low. And as you can see right here, I also went to the higher time frame, just kind of reframing my idea of what I would like to see from these higher time frame candles, seeing the potential range that they can make during this trading day. So we got price still maintaining bearishness or heavy price action below Asia low. Again, that 1.5 standard deviation level is my outlier target. Is also lining up on the 15-minute time frame, and this is where I kind of draw out what I would think this trade would look like for me. As you can see, I marked that three minute order block right there with that red box, and my entry would have came somewhere near that midnight open and one standard deviation level. This is a trade. Honestly, a couple weeks to a couple months ago, I would have took this trade. But being that I'm really trying to focus on my discipline right now, I'm really just trying to focus on maintaining and taking A plus setups. That's why I just did not take this trade, man. It was too many other conflicting ideas in play. So right here, you see we getting a strong push from the Bulls. They're making a push off the 10 a.m. open, and they put in that 1 minute bullish imbalance. And you see we getting a strong push off 10 a.m. open. Um, so again, this is probably the trade idea that actually this is the trade idea that worked for the day. However, I did not take it. I just didn't like everything I was seeing from it. Even when you see when I switched to the 5 minute chart, there's a 5 minute FVG near VWAP. So price could have rebalanced higher there, and that's what I was worried about. I was worried about that rebalance possibly taking place at that 5 minute, which would have gave me, in my opinion, a better setup to go short. So that's why I didn't take this particular entry right here. But as you can see, we getting some strong bearish price action out of that 1 minute FVG and the midnight open. All right, and I'm just swapping through the time frames, just checking out the structure, and that's kind of something you want to continue doing when you waiting for your setup. You definitely want to be swapping in between the different time frames, man, because you might be on the 5 minute and your potential trade setup is popping up on the 3 minute or the 1 minute. Or what I'm saying, you might be on the 1 minute and price is just kind of not being direct, not showing you exactly what it wants to do, and then you switch to the 3 and the 5 and it's giving you a clear picture. So that's kind of what I'm doing there, just making sure I got all objective views on the market right now, just trying to see what is happening with price. So look, as you can see right here, price put in two bullish FEGs and bullish imbalances right at the one standard deviation. So this is where I was contemplating, like, there could be a reversal set up here. And being that there is a potential for a reversal from this one standard deviation, that's why I didn't feel too strongly about taking that short from this level. So again, you got price pushing up, putting in another 1 minute imbalance, stopping short right below the midnight open and right underneath that 1 minute FEG. Here you got the 5 minute putting in a bullish FEG and bouncing off it. So this again is just showing me conflicting ideas. Um, saying just conflicting ideas, just not really anything straightforward, just obviously screaming, hey, you need to take this trade. And that's why we remain patient on the day. So at this time, I'm pretty much just journaling my ideas, journaling what I'm seeing. What I'm saying, maintaining my patience throughout this market. Again, this is the most range bound market I've seen in the 3 years that I've been watching charts daily. So I definitely didn't want to push the gas on anything. I didn't want to push too many buttons today for sure. And here you go, you're getting a strong bearish move out of this, um, out of the midpoint of that 3 minute order block and this 1 minute FEG at the midnight open. So about this time, I'm just kind of like waiting again. I'm seeing the bearishness come in. However, I'm still just not seeing exactly what I wanted to see out of this trade. Let's say we got a 1 minute change in the state of delivery out of that 3 minute order block. I probably would have took that trade. I probably would have took that trade to see if it would go to that outlier level down there, that 1.5 standard deviation. Um, However, looking back, I did see we got this breaker structure right here through this 5 minute FVG. And again, it's just, to me, it's just not enough telling me to get in right here. Like, I'm still just not seeing my A plus setup. If I had to grade that 3 minute order block setup, I would say it's probably a C minus type of setup. One being there was no clear liquidity sweep. You know what I'm saying? No clear change in the state of delivery. You had a few displacement and imbalances in there. However, it was just a lot of conflicting price action today, man. So I just kind of stayed patient and just kind of just tape read at this point, man. I just knew that my opportunity to take a trade was over. So I was just pretty much just watching the chart, just just paying attention to what was going on. And as you can see, prices bouncing right now at the 10 a.m. open, bouncing back, looking like we getting a retest of that one standard deviation level and that breaker structure. So again, like um, this is probably not a bad trade idea, but again, we're at the low of the day, and even though I did had that outlier move planned out for the 1.5 standard deviation, being that we're just so range bound, I wasn't too fairly confident in taking this short right here. My risk would literally have to be up there near that high, up above in that 1 minute FVG, and I just wasn't willing to put risk on right there. But as you can see, prices starting to get heavy below 10 a.m. open. So this is kind of when I came to terms like, yeah, I'm not getting a trade off today. I'm going to just sit here and watch this trade play out without me. Even though I had, saying the right idea, the right key level to take that 3 minute order block trade, it just didn't, what I'm saying? I just didn't have very high confidence in it. And, what I'm saying? Here I'm drawing it out again just to show you guys what it would have looked like. And, yeah, man, like I said, man, just we only taking A plus setups. Again, we're working on my discipline. Working on taking trades that I just have to take. Again, if it's not blatantly obvious, I'm not taking it. And yeah, I'm just cycling through. As you can see here, prices, making its way lower. So again, man, that was a good tape read session. It's good to see your trade ideas play out in the market, even though you're not in them. It just helps build confidence for the days where price is much easier to read. Again, so I appreciate y'all sticking through the end of this video. Um, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have videos like this again where, what I'm saying, we might not take a trade, but it is a good educational video. Again, man, we just paying attention to the market, letting us tell us what we need to be doing in that moment. And today the trade idea was there. However, the A plus setup wasn't, man. So I appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe to the channel. Again, we gonna have trade recaps coming through, psychology days, tape reading days, just like today. And you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be seeing more out of this channel, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for stopping by.